Hello and welcome to the weekly card reading. We are in a new month. We are in December, and this month we are going to focus on this deck, which I love. It's called The Secret Language of Light. And I think it's a very transformative month of December. We're coming up on the holidays of Christmas and New Year's, and family gets together. There's a lot of Christed energy that comes into the planet even more because people's consciousness raises, and there's just a lot of stirring, a lot of energy going on. So this just kind of resonated to get into this deck this month. So welcome. If you're watching this even not in the month of December of 2024, maybe you're going back in time and picking up some of the energies that you needed, because remember, time is an illusion, and we're always in different dimensions of time and space anyway. So you just might need a message that is coming through with this deck. So let's get going here. I'm going to move yet again my microphone over so you can see what's going on with the cards. This is always the most fun part of the whole recording, right? Is getting my camera to flip where it oh my gosh, oh my gosh, did you see that? My camera's going crazy. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So this is the Secret Language of Light deck, and I have not touched them or shuffled anything because I was waiting for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And remember, I am not a Las Vegas card shuffler. I just shuffle until something feels right or falls out of the deck. So let's see what our message is as we move into the first week of December. Almost there. I can feel it. This one. Okay. Let go. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we can end the card reading right now. I think this says it all. Okay. Now, I'm not sure where this is going yet. I kind of want to put it right here because remember, I kind of feel where things are headed. Oh, there's another one. There is only light. So this one is going to stay here in the future, near future realm. Oh gosh, that's too many. Okay, let's see. I have a feeling this is going to be, oh, we have two coming out. Okay. So we have alignment and remembrance. Aren't these cards so pretty? Okay. So let's look at alignment, remembrance, because this is how they're coming out for me. Okay. Right here. And it's funny because I have to say something about this letting go card. The letting go card isn't exactly lined up in the present. It's almost kind of like wanting to go a little in the past to get to the present. And then this is kind of like starting to come into this, that the light is going to help let everything go. But over here, there's alignment and a remembrance of something that maybe is helping this letting go process. So really, I feel like it's death. Okay, let me just go there. All right. So that's kind of like what I'm initially picking up before I'm even going to go into the book of what everything says. But yeah, so my intuitive faculties of everything that I'm picking up is there is a lot of death energy around right now. And it is because it could be physical deaths, that are occurring. It could be spiritual deaths that are happening. It could be emotional death because there's a lot of belief systems that are moving through. So it really is this when I look at the energy of what's going on in the collective, because remember this is a collective reading, that when I look at everything in the collective, it's like I see a whole bunch of people out here that are running around, and it's almost like that last minute Christmas shopping, right? Everybody's like running around, but instead of running around and shopping, everybody's running around and trying to hoard whatever they can in memory of themselves. And yet the irony to all of that is that the memory is going to blow up on everybody, right? So it's almost like this collective consciousness is gathering self. Okay, it's the memories that they're gathering, and they're putting all of that into alignment with self, okay, where it's just them, their energy. And then what's going to happen is it's going to let go internally. It's going to let go in the heart chakra, in the emotional body. And that's what's going to create this big wave of spiritual evolution on a whole other dynamic. Okay. And then, and then that's what's going to usher in more light onto the planet. So when I look at these cards, okay, that I just pulled, the remembrance and the alignment, because something in the almost present moment is letting go, because we're ushering in light, because that's all there is now to usher in, because that's what we're moving into in this whole entire fifth dimensional energy. Okay, now, if you're watching this and you've never heard of fifth dimension before, then go to my website, shelbycarino.com. You can also see everything down below in the description. But there is a course that I have, which is Expanding Consciousness Fundamentals. And it is everything about this fifth dimensional um, light, or terminology that we're going into, also known as the golden age. There's all kinds of different buzzwords going on, but you're going to want to get your energy aligned with that. So, with that being said, let's start with alignment. Okay. So, this is card number 14. Oh, I was almost there. Alignment. I was almost there, even my language. Okay. So, let me read this one to you at the moment. This is about a covenant of mind, body, and spirit. Your soul is your biggest fan. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. It is continuously streaming this information to you. To tune in, your mind, body, and spirit must all agree in the now. Do this by meditating, focusing on your soul name, enjoying something you love, or having a nap. It is not up to your soul to zap you into alignment. Its job is to maintain your soul station so you have a frequency to tune into. The nature of physical life is to create and expand. Sometimes life experiences will pull you out of alignment so you can understand these experiences from a different angle. When you are out of alignment, you will automatically ask questions and want to create something different. Through this process, you gain clarity about your passions. Being out of alignment can feel awful. It is easy to blame a person or situation when we feel bad. But instead of asking why something is happening, take a breath, return to neutral, and ask what you can create from the situation. And remember, your soul is a consistent, loving home you can return to always. So I speak about alignment a lot, okay, in just the nature of everything that I put out here. Alignment is the key to your growth. So you're going to be in alignment at times where you feel like you're right on the train track, everything's going your way, everything's falling into place. And then all of a sudden, you might get a little off the train track and get out of alignment. And then that's when more of what I call your shadow parts begin to come in, because then you don't feel like you're in control because you're out of alignment. But that out of alignment gets you back into alignment so you can let go of something so you can let go of something because you're ushering in more light. But let's go into remembrance. So this is card 11, remembrance. So remembrance is the recall of your soul truth. You are ready to live your life from the wisdom of your heart. You may have been citing 1111. Oh my gosh. Let me just stop there. Y'all, you see my shirt? 1111. Look, do you know I have not had this shirt on in probably over a year? And before I came to do the card reading for the week, I was like, "Oh, I should wear this shirt." Well, here you go. Okay? It's the remembrance, all right? Talk about being in alignment for this card reading. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Um so you may have been citing 1111 as a reflection of this. If not, you can expect to be receiving the sign soon. Well, here you go. Here's your sign. All right? Right here. Right here on my shirt, my chest, the numbers 1111, okay? The heart. That's all we got. You may see it on a clock, a phone number, a receipt, or in a dream, or on this person's shirt that you're watching, okay? With this wisdom, fresh and innovative ideas will flow into your mind as new ways to live your life. No one else has to change their ways, only you. Live from your heart, be an inspiration, and discover a new world. Some call 1111 an awakening code. You must have awoken on some level to receive it. It is a sign that you are much more than you think you are. 1111 has many different explanations because we are all asking different questions. There is no right or wrong meaning, but at the heart of 1111 is a loving, intelligent energy. Oops, hang on a minute. What card is this again? 11. Oh my gosh. See, I'm already like my page flipped too many. Okay. What was I ending with? Oh my God. This is what happens when 1111 comes in. You get all discombobulated. Okay. It is a loving, intelligent energy that will always encourage you towards your soul, where you will remember the truth of you. So here we go. I have been saying this for weeks and weeks and months and honestly years, okay? This entire era we are moving into, called the golden age, fifth dimension, raising consciousness, working from a higher level of perspective, of insight, has to do with ourself. So, this 1111 symbolism of numbers begins your alignment, because when you remember who you are at soul, then it's easier to work the pieces to get into alignment. So this again is the foundational piece. That's why it was sitting over here to my left, okay, which for me, especially in card readings, is more of the foundation instead of like the past. It's more right now in what I'm doing is foundation. Okay. This is where your spiritual awakening happens, because all of a sudden you start seeing all the number signs, right? And then you're like, oh my gosh. And then your spirit wakes up, because then it starts paying attention. Why am I seeing 1111? Any person that has gone down the path of a spiritual awakening process on numerous multiple times will tell you they always see the 1111s, the 111s, the pattern of ones. Okay? It's kind of like the beginning. And then it opens up these other numbers, okay? So now what we're almost into the present moment of now is letting go. So let me get that for you. Okay. So letting go is taking back your power and thriving. Let all just be and take back your light. Stop trying so hard and breathe. Letting go does not mean jumping blindly into faith, but to release the resistance you hold about a subject so your dreams and desires can be realized. We have all hung onto a person, a place, a job, or an idea because we think it will give us what we seek. But hanging on is the result of unbalanced thinking. This imbalance has you needing compensation. You created a deficit by compromising yourself, thinking that was the way toward your dreams. It was your choice to do that. Now it is your choice to let go and create from love instead of fear. You deserve to have what you want without compromising your truth. You cannot change what has occurred. However, you can change what you do from this moment on. No one has been placed upon this earth to make you happy, just as it is not your responsibility to make anyone else happy. Free yourself and everyone else of the idea that we must please others to be loved. You are love and you are loved, no matter what has happened in yours or another's life. So, the golden age, fifth dimension, the elevation of higher consciousness is about internally seeking your light, your love. It is no longer about seeking it outside of you. So in my line of how I help my students and clients is I work with them to say a new belief system, which is if you're out seeking a relationship because you want love, then you have more spiritual work to do because you are love. And if you're still seeking that outside of self, then you're really blocking love coming to you in this new level of frequency. And so you have to align with the frequency of light, which is love. So therefore, you have to let go of this old belief system of what love is, which is why the heart chakra is now expanding in many people of ourselves, because this is where we're ushering in this new light. Okay. So let's go into card number 30, where it says, there is only light. Here we go. Don't you just love this deck? I love this deck. Okay. Darkness is just an absence of light. Light is sought after and extraordinary. We seek clarity of light, a lightness of being and light bulb moments. Light bypasses the analytical mind and takes us straight into loving wisdom. It is time for you to step into your shining light. Be illuminated. Let light in. Today is the day to release any disturbances in your energy. Happiness will come naturally unless you do something to prevent it from happening. Release all that is stopping happiness from flowing into your world, and it will appear before you. It seems too easy, but it is truly that simple. Until you realize this, you remain connected to the belief that struggle is a required or is required, but perhaps more respected lesson, it's a laden path. We often take on the belief that if we struggle, others will think more of us and we will appreciate things more. When you go against your soul, you move away from your brightness. The darkness is a sign it is time to feel your way back into your heart and soul. Whew, these are big cards, y'all. So, this is a huge message, okay? And I'm going to flip the camera again on on an intention of perspective, okay? So, there we go. Now you're seeing the cards from a different perspective. So, let's reverse the perspective. Let's play with the cards a minute. Let's say that we keep the letting go in the middle, okay? But let's put there's only light in the foundation, okay? In the foundation that this is what you're evolving from. Well, imagine if your foundation is only light, imagine how easy it is to let things go because it gets transmuted, right? It gets transmuted into the heart. It transmutes into the emotional brain, okay? And your psychic brain. Easier, right? So if you only have light, then it's really easy to let go because now you're just at being. And then if you're just at being, well, then over here in your future, of course, you're going to pull in the alignment to remember who you are. You see how that works? And then it's like letting go becomes a moot point because now everything's in alignment. You see that? Everything's in alignment because now you remember because you're always now working from the future of light. So you're always in alignment. So there really then is no more letting so there really is no more letting go at that point because you're in the light because you remember who you are. And that's now always your foundation of light. So notice the varying perspectives, okay? And I did it this way because when you're moving your energy, and that's all I did with these cards, okay? That's all I did was I just channeled it in through me and then I was moving the energies through the cards. And then yes, I read out of the Secret Language of Light book because, you know, people that appreciate the left brain just give it to me straight, you know, out of the book. You like to hear the words, right? But then in the psychic inspirational piece, I just did the a whole different perspective. So now let's go back since we're playing with this as we finish up and let's look at how it originally came out. Whoops. It originally came out with the remembrance and alignment right here with the letting go and then the light. Okay? That's how it originally came out. And then we handled that perspective. And then what we did intuitively moving energy, letting go, ended up exiting the stage. Light ended up becoming the foundation. No, I'm sorry. Remembrance ended up becoming the foundation. Alignment became in the present moment because light was now always working from the future back. That kept that there. So that's why it kicked out anything you would need to let go of. That's what we're moving towards, right? That's the whole reason for this journey. Okay. That's the whole reason why we do what we do out here in our spiritual walk of life. All right. So, this is an amazing, I mean, I'm going to tell you, I feel lifted because this is a collective consciousness message, which says, hey, we're all moving towards this. This is what all the collective is doing. It's not like you only have the 1,200 people out here, working that spot. No, now we have more people getting into these secret language of light energies. And that helps all of us because now we all have more people working within the light to help clear the shadows, to help neutralize the shadows, whatever vocabulary you want to use, whatever it is, we're just ushering in more light, harmonizing, neutralizing the shadow because our perspectives, our consciousness is raised at a higher level. So we live from a higher level of prosperity and thrival because we're conquering the mind, the body's adjusting, so the spirit stays in a more light, ethical flow. Pretty darn good message for this week. So if you're watching it on the day this video is released, again, it could be your message for the week that we're in. It could be, whatever your calendar is for the week. It doesn't even matter. It's really, though, a great, great message as we get started in the month of December. All right. So it's going to be really exciting to see what happens also in 2025 because this is kind of a prelude to what's coming. So, if you love my weekly card readings that I'm getting out, comment what did you think about the reading for yourself? What did you gain from it? And then also cruise on my YouTube channel and watch my Shelby Radio podcast videos because those have lots of messages and I'm starting to see a pattern of conformity in what the weekly card readings are and also what's coming through in the podcast every week for a message. So that's it. Thank you so much. Share the message on your social media. That's much appreciated for everybody else to see. Like the video, that always helps the channel and the algorithms because out here we're still doing everything in the human, right? Okay. So, but I will be back next week with the card reading. And until then, enjoy being aligned while you're letting go, remembering your soul at a whole other level because you're bringing in more light. Yay! That's a good thing. I'll see you next week.